Hey there, this is a walkthrough for creating a GitHub repo for hosting a map that you've done on your computer. This is a project using a Leaflet map that was created through QGIS, and we're going to talk about how you can upload it, particularly using RStudio as a GitHub client. There's lots of great GitHub clients out there. I use RStudio because I use R for lots of other stuff. But there's that's what we're doing, in particular for a lab that this video is for. So let's talk about how to do this. This assumes you've already got a GitHub account set up. We're going to go ahead and create a new repo real quick. That's going to go where the map is. So we'll just say NYC map will be the name of this one because we're uploading data on taxi rides in New York City. We'll go ahead and create the repository. We want to have a README for that repository as well. And you'll see it's blank. There's not much in here. We're going to get a link here for cloning it to our local computer. So we'll go ahead and copy that here. So we click on clone or download. And then we'll go over to RStudio, which is open right here. And we're going to create a new project based on that. So RStudio organizes your various things through projects, and it can have a GitHub be one of those projects. So we're going to create or be the basis for one of those projects. You create a new project using version control, and this assumes also that you have Git already installed on your local computer. This won't work if you don't. So we'll click on Git, and we'll put in the repository URL we just copied, and then we'll choose a place where I want to put it. I'm just going to put this on a temp folder that I've got on my desktop. Go ahead and click Open, and create a project. There we go. So it'll go ahead and open that, and then all we're going to want to do, in this case, we're not going to do a whole lot of work in the repo. This is just using R really as a Git project. I'm going to go ahead and drag. I've got a folder over here that has a test map file. I'm going to go ahead and drag that into that same temp folder. So let me get this set up here. So if you can see, here's my folder. I've got a temp folder. I've got that NYC map folder that I just created. So this is the same thing as you'll see. Oops, same thing as you'll see here. Same files. I'm going to go ahead and paste that folder that I just copied. That's got my New York map. Looks like this, right? So I go ahead and copy that in there. And you'll see that's showing up here as well. If I wanted to, I might actually just put this in the root directory. So I'm going to copy all this stuff, Control A, copy, and put it in the root directory right here, because I'm not putting anything else in this repo. This GitHub account is just for hosting the map. So now when I go here, I see all that stuff listed here. Now there's, I can delete all the things that's in this test map folder, or just delete the test map folder. Okay. So now I've got my map in here, and I could, if I wanted to, edit the code in GitHub, or in R, I mean, and mess around with stuff in here. It's not a great JavaScript editor, in my opinion, but it works okay. If you wanted to do some editing of that web page, I have a separate video that talks about how to edit, for instance, the pop-up window and what shows up there. But we're not going to do any of that right now. We're just going to go ahead and upload it now to Git. So you've created it here. We need to commit and push up to Git. That's the workflow. So first we have to commit all these folders. We're going to click on the button next to each folder. It can take a while. There's other ways to do this with command line that are a little faster, a little more efficient. We're just going to go ahead and click everything, except for this R project and the git ignore. We don't need either one of those. But now we've got everything else listed here, ready to go up to Git, including an index.html. So we're going to click on commit. And committing is just making a version on your local computer that can be held there. So map, let's call it a really simple commit message. Commit. That's all done, and then we push it up to GitHub. So if we go up to GitHub and we refresh this page, there's nothing new here, right? Because this is just on our local computer. So push pushes it online. So we're going to click on push. There we go. It might ask you to put your GitHub ID in there depending on how you've got it set up. So now if I refresh this page, there's all the stuff that I just added to it, including my index file. Now if I click on this, I just get the code, right? That's not all that useful. So there's one additional step. GitHub offers free web hosting, or there's probably some limits, but it's basically effectively free. And it's through this service called GitHub Pages. And so you have to go under settings, and go down to GitHub Pages, and where it says source, you just say master branch, right? So we've got that HTML, the index.html page in the root directory. So if I click on that, then I'll see I've got a URL that's now associated with this. My experience is that it sometimes takes 3 to 5 minutes before this is ready to go, especially the first time you do it. So if I click on this, I'm guessing it's not going to work yet. Nope. But if I hold on for a few minutes, that should then work. And I won't have this video wait all that time. But eventually, we should have a page that shows up when I click on that link. It'll just take a few minutes. So it's pretty straightforward in terms of being able to get it on there, and it's great that GitHub offers the service of having your web page hosted there.